Greetings, infinite blessings, and welcome to another episode of Together We Rise. Today I'm going to talk all about psychedelics, the way that reality is or our perception of it. So, do psychedelics unlock the ability to see something that is always there, allowing you to tune into versions or frequencies of reality that you would otherwise not be able to experience? Or does it allow or create imagination, a story that you are part of within the mind? So before I go any further, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kain, the Cosmic Surfer, and it is my passion, purpose and privilege to inspire you to empower yourself, to create a world of true equality for all. I'm sat here in the park within a circle of, like a pixie circle of chairs to record today's video. I thought it was very fitting talking all about psychedelics, and it actually leads on perfectly from Tuesday's episode of Modern Day Mindfulness, which is talking all about being an energy master. I'm not going to go into the depths of scientific research or any form of research other than what is energetically experienced and perceptually received. Everything in existence is energy vibrating at different frequencies, and it does so in waveform. It goes up and down. Our version of perception of a certain event or situation is unique to us. The way that we view the world is completely unique to each and every one of us, and what you look for is what you see. The most simplistic way to explain this, and I will touch on it in an energetic way because everything is energy, and the way that I see reality is in an energetic construct. I am able to watch somebody and the way they react, an emotional experience, a feeling state, and understand where that reaction comes from. So every reaction is due to, or every action has a reaction, right? So throughout our life, we experience certain situations and we take them to be true or false, dependent on previous situations and experiences. We then develop programs or a view of reality. Anytime that we have a major shift in what we perceive reality to be, it unlocks the ability to experience a multitude of new situations or experiences. If you are focused and experiencing only on a single track of reality, then you will only ever be able to experience that within those constructs, within those confines, the construct of that reality, your construct. When you open yourself up to experience new things, you realize that the world is so much larger than your mind. This is what psychedelics do, as well as major events such as near-death experiences, traveling, meeting new people, going on new adventures, achieving things that you would otherwise not previously have thought yourself capable of achieving. These are all major events which allow for, in truth, new neurological pathways to be fired and wired within the mind. I will explain psychedelics now within the viewpoint of reality being a construct, a holographic principle of experience. Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies, yes. So allow me to take you on a short adventure. In the game of life, the main character that you are playing is you. Is the avatar self, the egoic self. You control the being you are, and that character is born with certain characteristics, qualities, attributes. Through experiencing and overcoming certain situations, certain levels in life, you power up, you level up, you gain new skills. If you never challenge yourself, you never grow. And it is the struggles or harder situations in life, it's the boss levels which bring you the completion of that level to go on to the next one, to experience a multitude of new situational learnings the other side. If you always stay on level one, never stepping outside of your boundary of protection, then you will always only ever experience that within that bubble, the bubble of safety, as we are being asked to remain in our bubbles at present. So with a new year comes a new theme, and it is self-discovery and questioning everything in existence. As I say, there's a whole series of recently added Tuesday episodes, Modern Day Mindfulness. We go on a complete series of adventures, the first real installment being the 5 Steps to Freedom, and the episode Tuesday being the first one in an energy mastery series, Mind, Body and Soul, Evolution of the Self in Completion. And it starts with energy mastery, being a course I've recently released, a very, very powerful and fundamentally life-changing. It will change the very fabric of your reality by taking this course. And if you are interested in taking it, watching this video, then instead of actually just going through to the website and taking the course, actually contact me to ensure that we are able to provide you the best offer possible. As you're already part of the family, you're already part of the tribe, you are doing the work, so it's our honour to be able to assist you and to provide you the best opportunity possible going forwards. So picture yourself as a computer. You are born blank. Every computer is manufactured to the same specifications. We are, to a degree, manufactured to the same specifications. There is obviously slight alterations made, and there's nothing that can ever be truly achieved 100% every time. So you could have a production line, but it would always misprint something or build something slightly out of the specifications that the computer is being programmed to build it within. So you're born blank, you experience certain things growing up, and you then develop certain programs that you run subconsciously dependent on certain external situations and circumstances. The one that I will always use, because it was such a powerful program within my experiences of old, is anger. I was angry. I was angry at the world because, in truth, I was angry at myself. I was so far separated from who I am that I did not know who I was. I was lost, confused, scared, and because I was in a state of fear, I projected that fear outwards and went about living pretty much in a fight or flight mode. So I used anger as a form of protection. As a kid, I don't remember exactly the first experience because it wasn't actually required. My very first experience was prior to this life. But the first time I experienced anger, it helped me, it kept me safe, it protected me. I used it again and again and again, and it became a program. If somebody gets angry with me, if somebody threatens me, I get angry back, and that keeps me safe. It's the go-to way. That's it. It's reality. That is my version of what is best, my best reaction, because I knew no alternative until I learned. So I was born and I developed programs, and I would run those programs subconsciously, just as each and every one of us does, unless we look to install new programs. Certain programs on a computer are beneficial. Certain programs are more, that are installed by other people specifically and especially, can be likened more to a virus. And unless we install new, mindfully chosen and more beneficial ones, those programs will subconsciously run our lives from the background. If you are running a program that you learn and installed or developed from 5 years old, say, unless you go about recreating a new program and overriding the old one, because we never take away, we only ever add in the work. In the work I do with my clients, I unlock information that is hidden in the depths of the mind. I guide people on a journey back to true liberation through inner completion, integrating all aspects and parts of the self back into the whole. So we add new programs, we override the old ones. Likened to a path being walked across a field, it's the go-to path, it's the same path that everybody takes, it's the same path that you will walk. If you choose to take a new path, then that is a mindfully chosen new direction. If you continuously choose to take that new path, then over time the new path will become the path most trodden and the old path will overgrow. This is how we rewire the brain. This is how we break habits and addictions and cycles of old. So where do psychedelics come into this? When you respond to anything in reality, it is due to your human perception and ability to understand, to process, to experience information. Everything in existence is information. It's energy vibrating at different frequencies, right? It's information. We can tap into the data stream of all that is, which is what we do in deep trance-like meditations. If you want to know the answer to any question, tap in, ask, and you will receive. There's a beautiful kite flying up there. So, tap into the data stream of information. Psychedelics, what they do is they allow you to see reality on a level of vibrational experience that you would otherwise not be able to. We can only perceive so much of what is taking place around us. Our human senses can only perceive within certain bandwidths of sound, of frequency, of energy, of light. So we are limited to that construct. So again, look at it like a desktop of a computer, and that computer has within it a line, a graph, a bar, and within that section is all of the information that you can experience, all the programs you can run. When you take psychedelics, it expands the potential to experience things that were otherwise unable to be experienced. You can install new programs. It's like installing a new program. So you take some magic mushrooms and it's like you've installed a new program into the computer. It allows you to experience everything that you could otherwise not experience without that program being installed. And then when the effects wear off, the memory and the residue of that program is still there. You can't access the depth of information that you could, having it completely expanded the potential of your mind. But the information is there nonetheless. You will be changed forevermore because you know that that exists. Whether you can access it at the click of a button or not, you have experienced it and you know it to be reality. Therefore, you then start to question everything. So if what I previously believed impossible is actually possible, then what else is possible? And to have a psychedelic trip where you see the trees move or they talk to you, different colours, where you become one with the waves. The most beautiful experiences that you can have is becoming one with your surroundings, one with nature. To stand or to sit and watch the waves in the sea as they crash majestically, and to become part of those waves, to connect to them, not just in your mind, but within your body and your soul, to energetically connect to those waves, to dissolve all boundaries of limitation. This is what psychedelics do. They take away the separational construct of reality, the separatism, the egoic self. They remove the ego. They dissolve the ego. They allow for you as a single entity, a single computer, to connect to all other computers through the internet of all things. This is where we can receive all that information from. Ask and you shall receive. It is through the internet of all things, which is the Akashic records, which is the data stream of information that is all around us at all times. There is something here, right here, right here, right here. Right. There's something all around me that exists, that I am aware of, but I take for granted. The air that I breathe. The air that brings me that life force energy that fills my being, that flows around me, that I can then use to the advantage of not only myself but everybody else. If you were able to talk to a fish and you told a fish that it lived in a body of water, it would say, what are you on about? I just live, I just am. Well, how do you move? I just move. Okay. I doubt they would call it swimming. It would be a form of movement. The way that we move, the way that we can experience things around us. We are in a body, a structure that is, again, the same base material as everything else. Energy vibrating at different frequencies. It has a different density. The reason that this piece of wood, this seat that I'm sat upon, is solid and that I am able to feel it is because the energy is vibrating at a unique vibrational frequency which I perceive as solid. The air around me I perceive to not even be there. Heat is something that I am noticing. The fact that the air is cold where previously during the summer it was warm. The wind we can feel. Yet the air is always there, it is always around us. And that single breath in and out, this is what psychedelics can allow you to experience on a fundamentally cellular level that will change your entire outlook and perception on reality. Breathe with me for a minute. Take a deep breath in and out. Simple, right? We do it every moment of every day without even thinking about it. Deep breath in through the nose for the count of 4. And out through the mouth for the count of 4. Okay? Be playful with the breath. Be playful with life. Anytime we can add an element of childlike wonderment, of playfulness, of joy, it separates us from the fight or flight needing to do aspect of reality, the more male side of things, the more masculine energy, and reconnects us to that beautiful feminine, creative, joyful, experiential energy. So, next breath in and out, I'd like you to count in as you breathe for the count of 4. Hold at the top of the breath for 4. Exhale through the mouth for the count of 4 and hold on the bottom of the breath for 4. So breathing in, hold, and as you hold, feel as that energy, as that life force enters your entire being, your fingers and your toes, and as you breathe out everything and anything which no longer serves you, holding on the bottom of the breath before breathing in once again. In, hold, and out, and hold. And then the next breath in, I'd like you to actually focus your attention on the tip of your nose where the breath enters your body. That moment just as it enters, where it enters into you and becomes part of your physical structure, part of you energetically. And as you breathe out, as that breath is exhaled and released and returned, and the whole process of breathing being one of acceptance, allowing the breath in and out. And I'd like you to actually take your attention outside of yourself now, to an inch in front of your nose, to that area of breath that you are bringing in, and realise that just before it enters you, it is part of you, it's connected to you, and that consciously you can connect to that breath just before it enters your being. Consciously you can connect to everything in existence because you are part of that same experiential reality, that same experience, the same reality, the same experience, the same existence. Just as you can connect to everything in reality, everything in existence, as you are part of that same reality, part of the same experience. Everything that is within you is the same projection of the external that you are perceiving. The external world is a representation of the internal, and the internal of the external. As above, so below, as within, so without. This is the truth that you can experience in deep trance-like meditations, as well as through the taking of, or experiencing of, psychedelic substances. Magic mushrooms being the more earthly grounding and connecting, and marijuana being one Marijuana being the gateway drug, the gateway which leads you to a world of infinite potential beyond. Mother Earth, Father Earth, Gaia, provides these ancient medicines which civilizations throughout history have ingested in order to connect and speak to the gods. There is a reason that they grow, and there is a reason that civilizations, countless civilizations, have taken them to communicate and connect to the gods, because it opens you up to receive and experience things outside of the human construct of potential. Does that mean it's reality? Yes. It's all reality. Close your eyes and think of something, and that is reality. Because in truth, your perception of reality is just that. Once again, it is your perception of reality. If it is limited to certain narrow-minded beliefs, then that is all you will ever experience. By expanding your awareness, by expanding your mind, by unlocking those pathways within the brain, that you can experience new information through, new events, new adventures. It opens your life up to far more potential than you ever would have previously believed possible. What you're experiencing now, in truth, is only happening in your mind. Energy vibrating at different frequencies. You are perceiving it in whatever way you are through your lenses of perception, which are dictated and created through your previous experiential knowledge. Through the events and situations you have been part of, you have created an interpretation of the world. If you view the world positively, then it will be positive. If you view it negatively, it will be negative. What you look for is what you will find. So look for the best in every single person, every single situation, every single event possible, and give yourself the opportunity to see it. So what you view now is information vibrating that you experience and process, and then create a view or imagery, experiential, solid structure of the external world. It's all happening in your mind. Think back to a past memory, specifically one that you are carrying around with you, weighing you down, and actually affecting every single moment of potential enjoyment going forwards. Your memory of a past event is just that, it's a memory. You remember it in your unique way, whereas somebody else stood directly next to you would remember it in a completely different way. If they didn't care less about a certain event and you cared more than anything else in existence, to you it would be the most important thing ever, and to them it wouldn't matter. It's the same situation, it's the same information. It's your perception which dictates it to be right or wrong, good or bad. And again, this is a truth which psychedelics can allow you to experience, that it's all just an experience, that there is no good, there is no bad, there is no hot, there is no cold. It's just a reality that we are able to experience within this physical body, within this third dimensional reality. The truth behind it all is that we are everything but nothing at all. And I would go back again to the Modern Day Mindfulness series and watch the I Am episode, as I am is the most powerful words in existence. And I am the most important person in the universe, as without me the universe does not exist for me to experience. At the same time, I matter not, and I am insignificant. Left and right, they're both directions. There's only one way, there's only one self, there is only one experience, just being had from a multitude of different perceptions. So your view of the past is only happening in your mind. Your memory of it is being experienced in the mind, and your projection of a future event, a future potential opportunity or situation or experience, is taking place in your mind. If you view it to be potentially fearful or negative or dangerous, then you will project yourself forward to that event, go through it in a negative construct, and try to then come about or overcome certain potential dangers. If you view it as positive, it will be something that you are excited to experience. And again, multitude of videos anxiety and excitement are the same fundamental experience within the body. It's the same reaction taking place within you on a cellular level, on a neurological level. It's just the fact that you have attached something that you're excited about to be positive and something that you're anxious about to be negative. It's the same experience. So every time that you become in a state of anxiety or fearful of something in the future, actually look at it excitedly. Okay, I'm a bit worried about that thing because I don't know what's going to happen. Wow, I don't know what's going to happen. Amazing. I don't know. How beautiful is that? What would be the point in life if you knew what was around the next bend? What would be the point in it all if it was just a flat line between here and the end? And what's the point in rushing through life? Why do we play games? For the enjoyment of playing them, right? Yes, completing the game is enjoyable. It brings satisfaction and a feeling of achievement and accomplishment. But we don't play them specifically and solely to complete them. We play them for the experience of playing, of having fun, of enjoying this beautiful game that we call life. So again, a future event is only happening within the mind. So close your eyes, picture yourself flying, and it is reality. There's tests been done where they have groups of people that will practice something physically and other groups of people that will only practice it mentally. Both groups will develop and improve to the same level. The third group that didn't do any practicing, mental or physical, obviously didn't improve. But this shows us that the mind does not understand the difference between physical reality, what we are experiencing within the solid third dimensional experience of this reality, and what we are experiencing in our mind. Because in truth, when we touch something with the physical self, it is the mind that interprets it and processes that information. It is the experience happening in the mind that we experience. So closing your eyes and experiencing it in the mind, you are having that same experience. If you're on a journey of discovery, if you're on a journey towards becoming your truest and greatest self in any way, always, whatever way, focus upon it and grow it with your light of attention to the exclusion of everything else. Focus your light of attention upon what you wish to experience, as where your attention goes, your energy flows, and what you focus upon grows. Again, I will be very, very specific in this because there is two main fields of teachings, two main tracks, but again they are the same path. There are some people which say you have to focus on the negatives in order to be able to overcome them, and there are some people that say ignore the negatives and focus only on the positives, as what you vibrate out you create and attract. If you are sailing on a boat, then it is very important upon which direction that you focus upon. If there is some jagged rocks to your right and a beautiful, open, expansive adventure to your left, then it's important to know that the rocks are on your right, to look to them, to accept that they're there, and then to steer your vessel true in the direction which you wish to take, steering to the left. If you focus your attention to the right and those rocks, then you naturally start to steer yourself towards them. If you ignore the fact that they are there, pretending that they don't exist, pretending that they're not part of reality, then it's likened to pretending that part of yourself doesn't exist. Part of yourself that becomes angry and frustrated at certain situations. If you deny it, it will subconsciously undermine you and come out and react to certain situations without your conscious awareness of it, because you've denied it, you've cut it out, you've put it in the darkness. And again, until we go into the darkness and integrate all aspects of the self back in to the whole, we will never be complete. If you deny the rocks are there and the winds of life start to blow you towards the rocks, but you're like, no, I'm not looking that way, I'm only looking at the positives, I'm only focusing on the positives, then you have the potential to become shipwrecked, smashing side on into those rocks. If again you focus on that direction for a moment, you go, okay, the rocks are getting closer, and it feels to me as actually though the winds of life are blowing me in that direction. What I'm going to do, instead of denying it and trying to steer against the winds of life denying the rocks are there. I'm going to actually use the winds beneficially, focus on the rocks and actually go around them, using the winds to allow me to travel around behind them and then propel myself around the back of the rocks, around the back of that obstacle towards the direction that I was taking originally. Everything is there to be experienced. Do not deny reality, otherwise reality will come back and bite you, and it will bite you hard. Yet if you focus solely upon those rocks, then you will smash into them. Within the garden of the mind, it's important what you plant. What you plant will grow. Plant positivity, plant the seeds of optimal vitality. Plant what is going to bear fruit and what is going to bring you enjoyment, nourishment and achievement in life. But no, there will always be weeds, as the winds of life will always blow weeds into the garden. I've done this myself in the past, where I focused upon 2 weeds, the only 2 weeds that there were, to such a heavy degree through not wanting to do it, not wanting to do something and focusing upon not wanting to do it. The subconscious mind and my energetic blueprint of self only heard what it was I didn't want to do. Say you want to give up smoking. I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke. All the subconscious mind is hearing is smoke, 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 smoke. And you are vibrating at smoke, 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 smoke. And then you will attract to you from the universe around you everything to show you why it is that you want to smoke. People smoking, conversations about smoking, memories of smoking, whatever it is, you'll be bombarded with it because it's what you've asked for, it's what you're vibrating at. Again, these are the elements and depth of information that we can discover through very deep trance-like meditations, as well as taking psychedelics and just allowing for every experience to be felt. Never run away from anything. If there is a negative emotion come up, sit in it, swim in it, dance in it, run naked in it. Don't run away from it though, because it will chase you and it will stay within the darkness of your mind, and from there it will always undermine you. As I say, go back and watch Tuesday's episode of Modern Day Mindfulness, because we talk all about energy mastery, what energy is and how to go about mastering it in life. Because if you master energy, you master life, because that's all life is, energy. It's all everything is energy. To connect back to the truth that I am a single droplet of water in the ocean of existence. To sit and to watch the ocean, to reconnect to it, to know that I am part of it, that I am that single droplet of water in the ocean of existence. Actually, in truth, I'm the ocean itself. I am that mighty ocean, not just a single droplet. The universe is within me as I am within it. It is the same screen of information. And again, I've shared this on the law of attraction video. There's only one screen of information. The external world views it as me, and I view it as the external world. I control the vibrational frequency of it, therefore I control which channel it receives from the airways around it, picks up and broadcasts. I choose my version of reality, the way that I perceive and receive and experience life, and I know that to be true. In this year, or in last year, my life has changed in such a fundamental way that I cannot begin to express. Why? 2 main reasons. I've chosen it. I have focused all of my attention upon what I am here to achieve with full acceptance, and that is the second part. I've accepted. I've surrendered. I've surrendered to the universe to know that everything that is taking place, with my focus of attention towards that final destination and the enjoyment of each experience along the way, whatever takes place is for my enrichment, my benefit, my learnings, my growth. If somebody is there to challenge me, if a situation is there to challenge me, then that is the next learning, the next level, the next obstacle to overcome. Life's not always unicorns and rainbows. I think you fucking know that by now. But we can choose to look for the unicorns and rainbows. Because if you never look for magic, or if you don't believe in magic, then you'll never see it happen. And again, this is what psychedelics allow. They allow you to tap into and experience a world outside of what you previously thought feasible or possible, to connect to the infinite world of potential beyond the 3rd dimensional realm of existence. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share this video with anybody it will assist, and I will put a link in the comments below as well as the end of this video to go back to Tuesday's episode of Energy Mastery, Evolving Mind, Body and Soul on the Modern Day Mindfulness series. Have a look at all the comments in the links below, the website, all the courses, the podcast. The podcast is absolutely amazing, as well as the recent 12 Days to Christmas special, where we shared a step-by-step guide towards how to accept everything from the past so that you can then experience everything going forwards in the future, as well as a How to Love Yourself series, which is split across the Mainstream Meditation channel and the Cosmic Surfer channel. Thank you, as always. Have the most beautiful day possible. Look for the best in every situation. Look for the best in yourself and create it so. Love, light, and infinite blessings. Namaste. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Anything is possible in your own magical way. Try it today. Hey, why not? Thank you for who you are and all you continue to do. Thank you for continuing to gain the knowledge, the wisdom, for continuing to look within and doing the work required to bring freedom to not only yourself, but everybody else. As you continue to do the work, as you continue to expand your consciousness and awareness, you continue the expansion and awareness of everybody else, helping others to break free from that limitation and illusion of old. Continue to support me in all I do. Continue to grow the movement and continue to grow yourself.